Let's shed some light on this episode of Performance TV as we blow up the standard car headlamp, wash away years of rust, and enhance the oil.
Welcome to another edition of Performance TV. Well, if you're a fan of the show, more than likely you want to restore a car or rebuild one. We have two options. You can start off with a brand new reproduction body like this. It's all shiny, new, no rust, looks great, makes your job a lot easier. But more than likely, you're going to start off with an old rust bucket. A car that's been sitting out in the open, going to have to restore it. It's going to be a little bit of work, and it's not going to look very good when you start. Well, I'm with David Harris, Evapo-Rust. Now, David, I know your product really well. Evapo-Rust is a great product, removes the rust. Tell the folks a little bit about how it works, what the process is.
Sure, Tommy. Evapo-Rust is a non-toxic, non-corrosive rust remover. It has no acids, no bases. It's pH neutral. It's safe on your skin, safe on your eyes, and it's safe on your parts. It works by absorbing the rust out of the iron and leaves the metal underneath completely alone.
You know, normally Evapo-Rust, you'd take a part off your car, you would put it in like a bath of Evapo-Rust, let it sit, pull it out, the rust is gone. But we've got a complete car here. We're going to restore a frame, a body, parts. How is that going to work with Evapo-Rust? We can't dip this car, the frame, into a bucket.
No, the old 68 Malibu is not going to be dipped, I don't think. It is an easy little setup that we've come up with. Basically, instead of giving it a bath, we're giving it a shower. We're going to take a pump like this from a home goods store, rubber hose, shower head, just a cheapo shower curtain. Talking about maybe $80 worth of equipment here. Then we're going to squirt Evapo-Rust onto an area, let it drain back down, recirculate. We'll clean one area. Once that area is clean, we'll move it over to the next area.
Right, now this is really cheap compared to sending your car out and have it sandblasted or sending it out and having somebody bead blast it. We're not going to use any hardened chemicals that we might splash and get them on something. You can do this in your garage at your own leisure, at your own time, and it's simple and easy and cheap.
That's exactly right. And it just makes doing something like this more your process. You get to see every little part cleaned to your specification because you're doing it. All we need to do now is just turn the pump on and do a demonstration of it.
It's actually going to put it back to new looking condition and take all this rust and remove it.
That's exactly right. It's a safe, simple method of doing it. And as long as you've got time and a little bit of patience, I've seen people do entire undercarriages of cars from the 70s. It's a really good method of doing this.
And this removes rust from virtually anything.
Yes. Any surface we've got rust on, this will take the rust off of it.
How much time will this chemical keep taking rust off?
This chemical will absorb 1/2 pound of rust per gallon. That is a lot of rust. If you scraped all the rust off this that we're looking at right here, you wouldn't have over 1/2 pound.
All we're going to do is let this sit. It's going to take a little while. How long do you think it'll take?
It'll take overnight.
Right. We'll let this sit overnight. When we come back, we'll take a look, see what it come out.
Absolutely.
Hey, let's face it, the days of being able to get underneath the hood of your car, to easily get to where you need to put the oil in without making a mess, those days are over until we get to the AST Fun 14 kit. Now, this is a 6-piece kit that comes with an elbow to help you get into those hard-to-reach spots, your funnel, and 4 adapters. It's going to help you cover hundreds of different models, everything from Toyota and Lexus, Ford, GM, Honda, Nissan, Ford, Mazda, and AST even left a couple of spots in the case so you could add in some different adapters as well, like for Subaru and Volkswagen, Audi. Now, this entire kit and all of these adapters are made here in the USA. You can ask your local tool dealer, or you can also ask the folks at Snap-on, Cornwell, and Matco. And I know, Tommy, you've got a vehicle over there that's not exactly easy to get into that oil spot.
Like most new cars, the engine's crammed in here. If you're lucky enough to find the oil fill cap, it's even more inconvenient to use it. Well, with the AST Fun 14 custom oil filter kit, it makes that job a lot easier. You simply remove your oil fill cap, screw in the adapter into the hole, grab your elbow they supply, put it onto the funnel. It's all O-ringed, so you just press it on, stick your funnel into the adapter, and you're ready to put oil in this thing. Be sure and check them out at asttool.com. Make your oil fill change a lot easier. Now, David, we've had our Evapo-Rust shower running on this frame all night, so why don't we shut the pump off and see what we got here?
You bet.
All right, here's our pump off. Now, what's the next step? Just pour some water over it?
We're just going to rinse it off with water. And you can see, we can wipe her down here. The rust is completely gone.
Wow, that's amazing. I mean, just sitting there running on that overnight, The rust just falls off, runs back into our recycling pump.
That's right.
Rinse it off with some water, and you got a, this looks like a brand new chassis again.
It does. Once it's dry, we're going to spray it down with rust block in this area that we've already done.
Right, that'll allow this area not to rust again. We can move our shower head, go to a different area, and get the rust off another area.
That's right. We'll just move it around place to place until we've got this completely de-rusted. It's something you can do on your own time in your own garage. Easy, safe, simple. Takes about a 5-gallon pail of Evapo-Rust, a little $80 setup with some at-home use pumps and hoses, and you're in the frame de-rusting business.
That's great. I mean, you don't have to take it somewhere, have somebody else do it for you, blast it, or use any unsafe chemicals in your garage area. This is plenty safe. Use it right at your home.
That's right.
Boy, Evapo-Rust does a great job. I mean, this product really, really works. You see a lot of things like this, you just don't know if they're going to work, but I'm going to tell you what, check them out at evapo-rust.com. This stuff is great. You'll love it. We'll be back with more Performance TV after this. This thing's fabulous. Love it.
This edition of Performance TV, presented by ARP, is being brought to you by ARP, the world leader in fastener technology. Borla, the world's most winning exhaust. ADCO, the new ultimate in suspension control. Big Shot Performance, stop premature wear with the shock protector. And by No Limit Engineering, quality hot rod parts and engineering.
Welcome back to Performance TV. Chances are, if you've got a hot rod in your garage, you're going to take good care of that vehicle. You're going to change all the lubricants and oil yourself, but there's some additives on the market today that will enhance the oil and all the lubricants of your vehicle. And this one is EXP1. We're going to talk about it on the show today, all the things it can do, increase the performance, reduce the temperatures, and make that engine last longer. So let's check in with Kathy and see what she's got about it.
Yeah, Tommy, we are excited to talk about this product because heat is not our friend, and not when it comes to the engine stuff. And Frank, thanks for joining us here today from Extreme Polymers. Frank, you have been around the engine treatment type field for many, many years.
Yes, I was with one of the premier engine coating companies here in the U.S. For over 20 years, worked a lot with these types of lubricants in the past, and last year started this new line, exciting new line of products featuring a new ceramic reinforced fluoropolymer Sermalon.
Yeah, Sermalon, that's the name that I see across your product line here. What is that?
Sermalon is a new technology that actually takes the fluoropolymers that people have worked with in the past in some of these products and actually reinforces it with a ceramic molecule that actually will make the polymer more durable and help it perform better in this type of application.
From drag racing to their street vehicles, to you even have a diesel product here, so it doesn't matter what type of engine they're running, you have something that'll work along with that.
That's right. We have a full line of products for anywhere you need lubrication in a vehicle. We have a product that's geared specifically for heavy industry, as well as a racing formula, which is actually a little more concentrated with the Sermalon and will really help enhance the performance of high-performance engines.
And unlike some of the other ones that we may have seen on the market before, you're going to show us what this stuff actually looks like. I mean, it's different. It doesn't look just like an oil or something.
Right, it really doesn't. It has a very unique appearance. It's a very creamy kind of fluid that really, what this shows is that with the Sermalon polymer, we're allowed to get a much higher concentration of the polymer built into the lubricant. So we can treat with a smaller ratio of product for the volume of primary lubricant that you use. For example, our primary treatment for General Automotive is actually a half quart, and it'll treat most oil systems up to 7 quarts. You know, you can treat the smaller engines much more effectively, as well as up to the big V8s.
Looks like you have a complete line to treat, whether it's a tranny or steering box or whatever. And I thought I was going to get a straw out here and stick it in there, and it looks like a drink. This is interesting packaging, Frank.
We have very innovative packaging. We're the first to introduce what we call our Easy Pouch. It allows people to work with these products much easier. They're also more environmentally friendly than a lot of the old packaging that people have used for these products.
Walk us through what you have.
We have a gearbox treatment that'll treat gearboxes and differentials. It'll really take a lot of heat out of a differential, help them perform much better. We have a power steering treatment for General Automotive that'll actually treat the power steering rack, get rid of a lot of the whining and what they call morning sickness, where the shimmying that goes on with the with the power steering. We also have an oil system cleaner, which you put into your old oil and actually help clean out the engine, get the old oil out, so you can get a more effective treatment when you add this with your new oil. And lastly, we have what are automatic transmission treatment. So it's actually built for automatic transmissions to actually treat the valve and the valve body, help improve performance there.
You know, we mentioned about reducing heat. What is about the average? Because I know you've had dyno testing and things on your product. About what average temperature are we reducing by?
Most engines will run as much as 20 degrees cooler oil temperature, which is dramatic in a combustion engine. You take that much heat out of an engine, you enhance your performance, you actually will see much higher horsepower gains. We have drag racers that have reported anywhere from 4 to 10 horsepower. And we demonstrate that with the dyno sheets that we have here. It'll actually reduce the wear too by 50 to 90%.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Frank, for coming in and joining us today. We appreciate it.
Great
if you want
to
to find out more, you can just hop on their website at extremepolymers.com, and we'll have more coming up next here on Performance TV. Definitely, we love to reduce the heat.
You're watching Performance TV, presented by ARP, coming to you from Borla Commerce Park.
Welcome back to Performance TV. Just tossing in a little bit of our Zmax fuel formula in our 73 Project Camaro. You know, you can pick up this product individually, or even better yet, you can get it in the combo with the engine and fuel formula. But that's not all that Zmax has to offer, and Tommy and George, well, they have more.
Well, you've probably heard of Zmax. I know I obviously have, racing at Zmax Dragway. But I'm here with George Elliott from Zmax. And George, you have a full line of products. You have an engine, you have fuel, you have transmission, you have combo packs. Tell me a little bit about what Zmax is and how it works.
Well, for the new user, you want to start with the combo pack because you put it in the fuel system and the engine.
Yeah, right when you get your new car.
That's right, and that way it gets all through the engine, all through the metal, and it starts soaking into the metal and protecting it so that the carbon particles can't stick to the engine parts.
Right, it doesn't have carbon buildup. We're going to prevent that by putting it in right off the get-go.
That's right, and that keeps the combustion chamber as the highest efficiency. When it's at its highest efficiency, you get better mileage and better power.
Well, what about a classic car or a muscle car? You have it sitting in your garage. What's the benefits that Zmax can do for something like that?
Well, when a car doesn't get driven a lot, you need to really protect that engine even more so. And a lot of times too, they're older engines. They do already have the carbon buildup. So by putting it in the fuel and the oil, it'll get through the engine and start working on the carbon. Maybe has the rings stuck a little bit from the buildup, or carbon pieces on top of the valves, things like that. So you want to get that all done. Once again, the idea is to seal up that combustion chamber so that you get the peak power back and everything else. The other thing that it really provides protection for on a collector car, particularly where you don't get to drive it very often, is by soaking into the metal. It has a lubricity that the moisture can't pit the camshaft or the lifters or any of those parts that normally gets damaged by moisture condensation sitting in the engine.
Yeah, it's going to sit there a while. When you go to start, it's going to have condensation sitting in the engine.
Yeah, it's going to be like rain inside there. So.
Yeah, it's just going to protect it right when you start up. It doesn't hurt the engine from sitting all that time.
Oh, it does not. And, it doesn't change the API rating of the oil. A lot of people buy some really nice oil nowadays, so you don't want to put anything in the oil that's going to change the API rating of it, because that changes the chemistry. So the oil won't be working as efficiently as it should be. The oil is a carrier, and the fuel is a carrier for it to get to the metal parts.
Keep it lubricated, keep it running smoothly. It says on the box that it soaks into the metal.
Yes.
You have a little demonstration here that actually shows it soaking into the metal.
I do. As you know, we just put a drop in this piece here that's been brought up to about engine temperature.
Right.
And
This piece
that's
of metal
the
on a
idea.
hot plate, we bring it up to engine temperature, drop a little on, and you can actually see it soaking into the metal.
That's right.
So you know it's coating your engine parts just like it coats this right here.
Exactly right.
Now tell me a little bit about these. We have an engine treatment, we have a fuel treatment, we also have automatic transmission treatments. What's the difference between all these and how do they work?
Well, the actual material in the bottles is actually the same.
Oh, okay.
And that's a thing that we have no problem disclosing. It's packaged by application size. Now for the transmission, when it goes into the transmission, it gets the varnish off the valve body pistons, shifting pistons and things like that. So if you have a varnish buildup and maybe your valve body's just not shifting as good, well, Zmax could be the solution.
Right, it's going to go in there and clean all that off, make it run smooth.
And it'll help soften up the seals a little bit if they've gotten hardened, and if you've got a little bit of drip, it'll help that. It's not a repair,
Right.
but it's a preventative maintenance.
Oh, it's great. And you have a combo pack. Zmax has a rebate, 2015. They've got a rebate on the combo pack, $7?
$7 on the combo, and on the singles, it'll be $3. Mail-in rebates, real simple to do, and you just send your address and the UPC code off the bottom of the box ship it in, and you'll get your check.
We've got a lot of things for cars, carbon buildup, heat protection. You have something new for guns?
For guns, just about any kind of weapon you have, carbon is carbon, and of course Zmax is real good at removing carbon and out of a barrel of a rifle or a handgun, anything like that. And we have the bolt lube for bigger guns, ARs on down. After you put it on the bolt, it's not going to get gummy. It keeps the bolt moving fast.
I mean, they're going to protect you against your car, your gun. Zmax has you covered. Check them out, zmax.com. We'll be right back with more Performance TV right after this.
This edition of Performance TV, presented by ARP, is being brought to you by Extreme Polymers. Experience extreme performance. Race Gas. Get more out of your engine. Stage 8, the world's best locking fastener. Custom Auto Sound, the originator of classic car OEM radios since 1977. And by Evapo-Rust, super safe rust remover.
Welcome back to Performance TV. Well, we have our Mustang body here, and over the course of this season, we're going to start doing a lot of projects to it, but this thing has got a long way to go. Tommy, he has one that's done. It's already beautiful, but we're going to put a little bling on it and really make it pop.
One of the problems a lot of people have with these old muscle cars is driving at night. Let's face it, these old headlights aren't very bright. Well, on today's show, we're going to solve that problem. We're going to put a new headlight in here, and it's going to have a little bit of bling with it as well. I've got Jim here from Redline Lumtronics, and Jim, you guys have a new headlight that it's not only be brighter and safer, it also has the LED halo in it.
Yes, we build these by hand. Every light we sell, it has a borosilicate glass on it. It does not have plastic, so it's not going to be affected by the sunlight. When we build them, we install the LED ring on the inside, whether it's multicolor or single. We include an H4 halogen bulb with each light that we sell.
Yeah, be nice and bright, be able to see better, but also we can use the halo and you can do multicolors. You can control with remote control.
Absolutely. It has a sensor inside the vehicle that works off the remote control, infrared sensor. With this remote, it has an on-off switch. It has a dimmer switch. You can choose any 16 colors singly, or it has 4 different functions where you can flash or rotate or fade between the colors.
Right, you're going to be able to make them brighter, make them do all kinds of different tricks.
Correct.
And it's going to look cool. Plus, it's going to accent the car. If you want to do red, you got a red Mustang 65 here.
Absolutely.
We can make the halo red.
Absolutely.
Well, I like that. I mean,
Yeah.
let's get this thing installed. I want to get these things put on here.
Okay.
Slide my table out of the way, and we'll get busy putting this headlight on. Now, this shouldn't be a real hard install. I saw you were installing the wiring harness a little bit ago. Is this like a plug-and-play type system, or how's it work?
Yes, it is. Everything comes complete already with the terminals and the ends on all the wiring harnesses. And so all you got to do is run the wiring harness from the headlight to the control unit.
We're going to unplug our stock headlight, and then basically we just plug a new one in.
Yes.
I see it comes with a pigtail. Now, do we need to put this on?
It's not something that's really required. We just include it with every headlight as a customer compliment, because some of the old wiring and a lot of the old cars and stuff with this new bulb, the halogen bulb can be a lot warmer. And so we add this as a precaution for you to use if you need to.
Right.
So that way you don't melt your original
Not the
harness.
original one. Yeah,
Right.
they weren't maybe built for that. So basically plug that in. It's easier said than done. There we go.
And then the wiring harness has a plug connector already on it. So then after that, we'll just plug the...
All right, we ran that in there. Let me see if I can find it. There we go. All right.
This is the connector in the wiring harness for the halo ring.
Right.
For the LED ring.
So this is, we plug this in, that runs the LED.
Correct.
The factory harness runs the bulb.
Correct.
Slide that right over. That's connected. Now we'll shove our wiring back inside there. Now, what all models do you carry? Is there different styles of headlights, different models of headlights? What would they fit?
We carry 2 size rounds, the 7-inch and the 5 3/4. And then we also carry 2 size rectangles, the 4x6 and the 5x7s. And they both come in multicolor or single color. We also have single color. and then you need to rotate the other way.
This way? All right.
It says top right here on the glass.
Oh, yeah, right here where it says top.
Yes, sir. Yeah, this isn't a funny car, you know, so. But the reason why we put top on the glass is just for this reason.
What are you saying, for idiots like me?
Well, I'm not saying that.
Yeah. But it makes it pretty easy to
I'm saying
install.
it's just kind of early in the day for you, isn't it? I got this one.
Let me get the bottom one.
You got the bottom one? Tops are still on, so turn when you want. You ready to turn?
Not yet.
Not yet?
Let me back those out just a hair.
I think they're okay. Went to the bottom one and then back on.
Yeah, there we go.
Awesome, got it.
All right,
Now-
rotate our lens.
Yeah, let's hang on to the chrome. We might have to tighten the chrome down just a little bit and try rotating it around.
There we go.
How's that?
That felt better.
That look good?
Oh, we lost the bottom.
Uh-oh. Got it? Is it in there?
Yeah.
Okay, tighten it up.
All right, tighten it up. Now, how simple is this? It looks pretty easy to me. You can put this in the garage.
This is fairly simple, and right here, this is the critical point. When you put the chrome ring back on, make sure you do not over-tighten the chrome ring. Because if you do, remember, this is glass. If you tighten it down too tight, the glass is going to crack.
Right. Well, you got your infrared sensor installed on the dash there, Jim. All we got to do is tighten this up, put this trim back on, and we're ready to see these headlights.
Good.
It's going to be good. Hey, Kathy, come on in here and turn the headlights on for us.
Oh man, I can't wait to see this. All right, you ready?
All right, let's see it.
Was that?
Wow, look at that, huh?
Look how much clearer it is over here than the old headlights. You're going to see a lot better, but come on, I want to see the real trick. Oh, yeah, check that out. Look at this, Kathy.
Oh, wait, I gotta
This
get
is
in
good. Oh, yeah, look at that.
Holy cow.
Look at all the things
There's
it'll do.
absolutely no comparison whatsoever.
It's not only brighter, it looks cooler.
Like I said, some eye candy. This thing is really blinged out now. You want to find out about getting your own pair? All you have to do is hop on their website at haloheadlights.co. And that's all we have time for this week here on Performance TV. See you next time around. You want to get this other one
got
done?
it. Here
Oh,
you go.
no. Oh,
Here
no,
you
you
Yeah,
did
it's
a
your
great
turn, come on.
Did a great job. It's all yours.
Come on, together.